Bad trouble, bad trouble.
Okay, a terrible crash. Richard Petty's car has turned over 7 or 8 times coming off turn 4 and was just struck by another car. It's one of the most violent accidents we've ever seen at the Daytona International Speedway here as leader Darrell Waltrip squeezes through. Petty's car nosed into the wall and then went sideways and barreled end over end and then side over side time after time. A terrible accident involving the man who has won this race 7 times over the years. Alan Kulwicki in car number 7 was involved. His car is limping towards the pits, and there is the damage number 43 STP Pontiac of Richard Petty out there on the track. It was really happened at one of the highest speed sections on the track, and we trust that Petty is okay in the car. Phil Barkdahl was involved in number 73. And we're trying to identify which other car. There's number 23, Eddie Bierschwal, Jeff Bodine in car number 50.
Richard Petty was running in a pack of cars, and the back end starts to go around, and it looks like it might have been tagged by the car number 73 of Phil Barkdahl, and you can see Petty's car just framming and turning over up against the wall, and other cars coming in. There's Barkdahl hitting him as he came by, and the Eddie Bierschwal car hitting one of the tires that came off the car.
From another angle. That looks like the crash at Darlington years ago, Ned.
Fortunately, it was staying on the nose of the car for so long, Ken, so it didn't look like it was really taking hard bounces down onto the pavement.
And it dispels some of the energy. You must remind the viewers that these cars are built to take these kinds of crashes. And there's Phil Barkdahl hitting the cement wall right in front of us. The chromoly frames that serve as a roll cage up under the roof to keep the car from crushing down on the driver.
Let's take a look from Ricky Rudd's vantage point.
You can see the trouble start in front of him there, whether the 73 car hit number 43, the 73 being driven by Phil Barkdahl, or Alan.
This time by, and look at this pack. Trouble off turn 4. Newman slams the wall. Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Ryan Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car as he slides down the asphalt, and when that car hit the grass of the tri-oval, Ryan Newman went upside down.
Come on, boy, get out.
A crash on pit road. Bobby Labonte has slammed into Ken Schrader as Schrader slid through the infield grass.
And the problem was Schrader was already wrecked. They come down pit road. I don't think Schrader could control his car.
Ryan's moving in the car. So he is moving around trying to get out.
Not a whole lot he can do hanging there like that. I mean, he's got to have help. Pretty big boy. He doesn't want to.
Kenny Schrader's climbed out. Newman has signaled that he is okay. He is a strapping young fella.
Yes, he is.
Used to driving open wheel sprint cars.
I mean, Darrell, this is a predicament trying to get unhooked out of that car upside down.
Well, you got seat belts, you got the Hans device. I mean, there's just so many things. You got to have help. Man, it ripped the rear end housing right out from under that race car. When it dug into that grass right there, it just started tearing the car apart.
Brian Newman, USAC Silver Crown champ and Purdue University engineering graduate. He's going to climb out of that car with help, and here Bobby Labonte and Ken Schrader.
I think Schrader was in the grass, and he was going down through here, and I think his car must have gotten out of control, and Bobby Labonte was coming along, and he just slid over in front of him.
All right, you're looking down at Labonte's crew, looking to see if they have so much damage that they can't get back into the race.
There you see Ryan Newman right there.
Oh, yeah, he waved to the crowd. All right, buddy.
What a ride.
Second caution flag of the day. Newman's car got tipped into the outside wall and then slid through the infield. And when it got to the grass, it got airborne.
Let's watch her here and see what happens. Oh, Kenny Schrader got out of control, got into him. Oh, that's what happened, Mike. His right rear tire came off. Car goes airborne. Then when it hits the ground, it digs in and just rips it apart. Let me tell you, the way these cars are inside, he's in a capsule in there. And so these cars, they've done such an incredibly good job with the safety and protecting the driver in these cars. Look at that thing lift up, Larry.
Just takes off like an airplane.
That's 3,400 pounds, folks, just lifting up in the air like a feather.
And the right rear wheel digs into the dirt and tears the whole rear end loose from the car.
Yeah, if the tire hadn't come off of the wheel, it probably wouldn't have turned over like that. But once the tire came off, and it dug in and flipped it.
Now, when Schrader's car was heading down pit road, he was basically a passenger because the front end of his car had been heavily damaged.
And I think that's what happened at the end of pit road. He just couldn't control his car.
Yeah, here they come. Here comes Schrader. You can see the whole right side. Well, back there, his right side's all torn. Of course, he got into the wall.
The best news, driver number 12, Ryan Newman, climbed out of that car.
Situation like that, you are just a passenger, especially when these cars start turning each other. Here you see, looks like Johnny Sauter slid up in the 30 car into Brian Vickers in the 25. A chain reaction.
Yeah, that's Michael talking. Yeah.
And Biffle, the pole sitter, looks like he barely got through there.
So you see the tire come off of Michael's car, then it got into that grass softened by the rain, and it just dug in, just like we saw Ryan Newman's last year and sent the car over.
That's Harvick, Kevin LePage, Johnny Benson.
Terry Labonte, saw McMurray and Vickers.
Okay, here we go. This might be our best shot.
Watch the car in the bottom there. Blue and yellow car. Slides up right there. Just ever so little contact, which doesn't look like a lot when you're running 185, 190 miles per hour. It's a lot.
There's the 15. The mountain right now he's going to dig in. There goes one of the tires that Alan talked about. Violent.
Very violent. Hit that grass. Hang on.
The 30 car, he comes up and just, it's like you said, Wally, another 6 inches probably would have not been an accident.
And it looks like the 30 to me got a little bit loose down there. He got a little bit loose. He corrected, but when he corrected, he slid up the racetrack, and unfortunately there were 2 cars on the outside of him.
So my count, at least 10 cars involved in this accident.
Tell him he got loose when he pushed up there, but the result the same. Yeah.
Michael hit by Robbie Gordon, and then here's the dig. There, dig.
See just how high that he throws the dirt as the car goes over.
A couple other cars almost got on their lid too. That was Kevin LePage in the 4 car got some air.
Watch this. I think Biffle gets through it without too much damage.
Hey, Benny, he just on the radio. They should show it from my onboard. We are.
Wow, that is amazing.
That should be the lucky dog.
That's right.
Robbie Gordon's field.
Robbie didn't have such a good time on it.
We're done. My car's killed.
He said all this while he's sliding to a stop. Did you hear him say, we're done?
see him right here. He drives right to that corner right here. When he makes that turn, boom, I want to be right on that 18's corner and force him up the racetrack right there.
Okay, now
He
Kyle's
blocks,
hanging on,
he blocks,
but he's going to block.
Back,
and it just ran himself
he
over
blocked,
the 14 car.
And here's what happened. Just like we talked about at Talladega and everybody talked about, block me once. That's okay. Block me twice, you're going up in the grandstands or you're going in the wall. And that's what happened. The 18 made 2 swipes at him. One to the inside, one to the outside.
Yeah, this one's fair right here. This one's not fair. You kind of had it coming.
Yeah, he had that one coming. When you cut back across the hood of somebody after you've blocked him once, and Tony, once he blocked, Tony put the bumper on the outside of him. He was there.
Watch the 9. I think it's a 9 car.
Gets right in the back.
Just clobbers Kyle Busch.
And these guys, there's a 31 car touring, but these guys hit hard right here.
Logano finally his luck ran out.
But you see these guys coming across the racetrack. This is ugly down here. They're very fortunate nobody got hurt right there.
Trying to bump you. Stay on this yellow line. Chase up, coming up high. There you go.
Pick the rear tires off the ground. Now watch this next hit.
Oh, man. Trying to keep Jeff Gordon behind him, and Jeff is working him over. Look at that. Jeff's going to move him up out of the groove and get by him.
Whoa, Busch is around. Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh, my gosh. Jimmie Johnson's car destroyed.
Track crew quickly on the scene to aid Jeff Gordon. On the radio, he has told his team he is okay.
Yeah, I see him. I think I can see him moving.
A wild ride for Jeff Gordon as he tries to win the Bud Shootout, just a lap and a half from the flag. Teammate Jimmie Johnson's car damaged. Several cars to the garage already. Kyle Busch to pit road. Montoya's made a stop and comes back out.
It's been like a demolition derby tonight. Holy cow.
Tony Stewart and shootout rookie Marcus Ambrose ahead of Clint Boyer, Brad Keselowski, and Greg Biffle. Jeff Gordon has asked for them to roll the car over before he tries to climb out.
Michael can address that situation. Michael, you were upside down here a few years ago over on the back straightaway.
Yeah, and Michael's a lot bigger than Jeff, and the cars were a lot littler, and that was a bad combination. I could not get out, and you're talking about freaking you out. Be upside down in a car, it's smoking, you see oil or fuel, something dripping around you, you want out really badly, and Jeff's doing his best to explain that to those guys, probably about like I was explaining it, with not the calmest manner.
No, but you know what, Michael, after your deal down here, they came up with a system to turn that car back over. You see them putting those straps around the car. When they turned you over, they just pretty much hooked a record to you and slung you back on your wheels.
And Jeff Gordon climbed out the side there. I think he got out. So that's what I love about these big cars, Darrell. There's more room for those guys to get in and out, and that's a lot safer.
Jeff Gordon gets a round of applause from the crowd here, and he is okay. Let's see what happened.
I think it's really Jeff trying to get the 18 car Kyle Busch up out of the way.
Pushing on that left side again.
Yeah, he's just working on him, Michael. Kyle was blocking, and Jeff was trying to get him loose and get him up out of the way, and he just got on the left side and spun him out.
Look at the job Ambrose and Boyer did coming through there. And there's our buddy old Brad Keselowski. We ain't seen him up front all night. He's fixing to restart with a chance to win this baby.
Yeah, I asked Larry, I said, is Brad Keselowski in this race?
Well, Jeff Gordon's car went about 1,000 feet on the driver's door before it barrel rolled to a stop.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski in that too. He's in that backup car.
You see Jeff down there. He just gets down on this left corner, and we've seen that time and time and time again.
You got to stay off the left side. What do we do about that, though, man? How do we fix it? The drivers just have to make the decision that they've got to lay off that left side.
Look at this long slide for Gordon. and that's Kurt Busch tangled up with him and Jimmie Johnson. And that car still hasn't lost much of its momentum as it goes side over side and comes to rest.
Michael
on its roof.
A really good point, though, Mike. These cars are so much bigger than the cars.
Oh, Benedetto! And everybody!
Oh, are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But it...
Boy, it just reminds me of the Clash. Same type of carnage that we saw where these cars were going everywhere. A lot of damage as they all got to turn 3.
Well, that ruined everything.
I mean, sometimes I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
You know, there's just those feel-good stories that build in a race, and boy, Matt Benedetto was doing such an amazing job.
Oh man, I tell you what.
So let's go to the Goodyear blimp as drivers climb out or try to make their way back to pit road. And look at the outside lane to Benedetto and Paul Menard.
Yeah, Paul Menard giving a pretty nice push down the back straightaway to Benedetto. Gets to his right rear. Oh yeah, that just starts to turn him a little bit.
Got him in the right rear.
And then he collects Menard.
Yeah.
Logano just misses it, but the whole outside lane and half the inside pile up.
And this is exactly what we were just talking about. At this stage in the race, you can start to taste victory in the Daytona 500. You want to see that checkered flag, and you'll do anything to get it, and you know you've got to be more aggressive with those bump drafts.
It looks exactly like the Clash. I mean, all those cars, third turn, all those cars wadded up, sliding up the track with sparks flying. It's so much like the Clash.
That is the 17th of February, looking way too much like the 4th of July.
Amen.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, and it really and truly, it was Paul Menard. He gave to Benedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side, and that just turned the Benedetto into the outside wall, and then it was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the Clash between Menard and with Jimmie Johnson, but it was a similar thing when we heard the spotter on the 21, Menard say, well, he zigged and we zagged.
And in this case, Menard told his team on the radio, I just bumped him a little too hard.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? It's the end of the race. You're trying to help that guy. You're trying to help the Benedetto. You're not trying to wreck him, but just bad judgment. Look at that 10 car.
Almirola's number 10.
Look at David Reagan underneath the 10 of Almirola.
David Reagan, see what springs he's running. Look at that.
All those sparks flying. Man, amazing shots.
And all Almirola wanted was a chance to win it on the last lap.
Yeah, I didn't
like last year.
Didn't quite get there. Close.
And I got to believe our two leaders right now, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin, were really wanting and hoping to have another Toyota there and Benedetto to help them pull off this victory today. Going to be a little bit tougher for them to hold off those Fords, and some Chevys are moving up also.
Scenario that I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for this front.
He gets fell into the wall for the front of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper, we were talking about a lap before. Custer got to his bumper, that thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after getting caught in the grass. There is Christopher Bell with the window net down. That signifies to the rescue workers that he is okay. Same with Ryan Preece. So much promise for this new ride with RFK Racing, and great speed in that car all week long.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that window net down. That was a really odd wreck with the way that front of that car got up in the air and then it blew over. Just happy to see him crawling out of that car.
I don't think I've ever seen one get up in a wheelie like that and blow over.
And there's his boss, Brad Keselowski, with a lot of damage from this one.
Well, you knew it was coming. Boy, the pushes were coming. They just kept, the aggression kept going higher and higher and higher. Christopher Bell just couldn't hold on to it.
Well, his car was just not capable of taking the pushes. We had just mentioned it a half a lap before that the back of that 20 car was all over the place. But at this point, you have no choice. You have to be able to just try to hang on to it. And
watch this thing off the bumper at Cole Custer. It just continues to get worse and worse as they come down through this straightaway. Starts there, starts dancing around across the front bumper. Some more here, gets crossed up. Rest is history. There it goes. Now watch the 60 car, Priest. Bam!
Yeah, you saw the...
Gets up on the... That's wild. I've never seen a car do that. That shows how fast they go.
And they pile up behind him. This is from Eric Jones. Oh.
Oh. You think these guys aren't tough?
A devastating crash for Ryan Preece. An incredible camera work by our Fox crew.
I'm so glad to see that window net down and him be able to get out of that thing. Whew, that's scary.
It's unbelievable what it looks like when these cars get caught by the air like that. And I'm with you, Clint. I've never seen one take off with a wheelie like that. But they just flip around like they don't weigh 3,600 pounds.
Well, nothing weighs that much at 186 mile an hour.
Saw the airbox just blow away. The right front tucked up underneath the A post there.
Car did its job, though.
And he walked away.
So many safety enhancements in these race cars.
So that will likely send us to overtime. It happens on lap 196.
Who's left?
Unbelievable.
We saw the side of that car face the wind and the roof flap
on that block.
White flag under green. Next flag will end the race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around, still green.
Still green.
Still green, and here they come.
And here comes Blaney.
Ryan Blaney up behind Ryan Newman, trying to get him to Hamlin.
Newman backed up to Blaney. Big run coming here.
To the inside, Newman to the front.
Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest.
We are 7 miles from finding out.
Well, he's got some awful good cars behind him. He's going to have to use everything he knows about being a 2-time winner to pull this off. Because Jeff Burton has already proved that he can pass Bill Elliott, one of the fastest cars.
Trouble, car in the wall. Turn 4, one car comes sliding down the track. In the wall is Spencer, Jimmy Spencer. Caution is out. Did the leaders get the caution?
Yes, they did. They did get the caution. Came back. Chances are this will be the race because it was been scheduled to get the white flag the next time by.
Jimmy Spencer's car stops 5 feet shy of that finish line. For all last evening, fans were autographing their signatures on the yellow painted line at start-finish. Spencer's race is done.
I don't think the leaders are quite sure whether they got the caution or not. But I saw the caution come down in front of him, but Dale Jarrett's taking no chances.
And then in the glare, Spencer's car is going to be hard to see against the wall. All the spotters on the radios to their drivers, stay low. And here they come. Jarrett gets the white and the yellow flag, and Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 for the 3rd time. A lot of jostling back in the pack. The leader's going to make it under the white, under green. Logano, Harvick, Earnhardt, Boyer, last lap.
Guess what? The race is getting ready to start off turn 2. It's all on from there on.
Car smoking back of the field, drops back out of play, 3 wide. Big cluster coming off turn number 4. Smoke, trouble, way in the back, but here come the leaders.
The question is, are they going to throw the yellow, or are they going to let them race back?
7, 8 car pile up in the back straightaway. Caution is out.
Joe Logano.
Keep coming. Just stay on the gas. Back straightaway. Stay on the gas. Coming to easy here. They say roll out of the throttle.
It's over, boys. It's over.
Middletown, Connecticut's Joey Logano wins the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500, guys!
He didn't want to do it, he said, but he's going to the outside. Got to. It's a Daytona 500. He's got to try, at least try to win.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman looked both sides of Johnson, nowhere to go, stays in line.
This is what Johnson wants to see in this mirror, though. He wants to see those guys behind him, side by side.
Casey Mears runs 3rd.
Junior's losing positions as he tries to get by on the outside. Tony Stewart has moved into 5th, 6th.
Here goes Ryan Newman. He's going to try the high side. Which way will Mears go? Hose this 12 car Ryan Newman.
Bobby, keep pedaling it, man. Keep pedaling.
That's
clear by 4.
That's exactly. Crash behind him. Crash behind him. The caution is out. The race is over. Jimmie Johnson has won the Daytona 500.
You are my hero.
White flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Okay, now these guys, their job, if you're Austin Dillon, one of those guys.
Watch this run Kevin Harvick has on the bottom.
Now the bottom can go to the outside. They're all trying to build that run that Keselowski did.
Here goes the 3 car.
Will Dillon have help? No, they come down to block. Logano goes back up. Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow. Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top. Oh! Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. Hard hit by Kyle Busch.
is out.
McDowell is first to the line.
Boston, Virginia's Ward Burton comes to the line. White flag. Final lap. Here comes Dale Jarrett looking outside for third. Can't get it done. Whoa! He bounces off Mark Martin. Jarrett is crashing in the final lap. Everybody gets by him okay. Elliott Sadler in the 21, the Wood Brothers car. Left to try and chase Ward Burton to the checkered flag.
And if Elliott Sadler was shaking, finishing third in the Pepsi 400, just imagine what that young man is going through now, about to finish second in the Daytona 500. About ready to faint, I'm telling you.
Eighth 2 times is his best previous finish in the 500. Now in his 8th try at the Great American Race, it's going to be Ward Burton driving his Dodge to victory lane. Checkered flag is up, and Ward Burton is going to win the 44th Daytona 500.
Huge pushes on that outside. They kept getting into one another, had to back off. Accordion effect, stacked them up. Everybody had to lift. Broke that line up big time.
Cindric tried the top, no, got back in line. Now Chastain has a push.
A lot of energy on this outside. Chastain, here he comes, Kevin.
Well, we saw the same thing that happened to the top lane with the bottom lane. They got broke up, and now we've got William Byron leading the bottom lane with Austin Cindric behind him. Ross Chastain leading the outside lane.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, and away they go. That is Cindric into Chastain and up into traffic.
Did they complete that lap?
Did the leader get the white flag?
This could be
waving. It's going to be close.
Who won it for him?
And the Daytona 500.
Race winner will be the 24. We'll need the 24 to the start-finish line.
Goes to victory lane. William Byron. White flag. It's 1 to go, and Herbst is around.
Hang on to it. Still green, still green. He saved it. It will be official if that caution comes out. Pay attention to this.
Final time. Caution light at the bottom of the screen.
You see Austin Cindric doing a great job driving in the mirror, doing his block. A quick move on the outside with Denny Hamlin.
Here comes the Ford to his inside. LaJoy, there'd be pushes on both sides. Custer goes to the outside.
And they crash. Hamlin gets turned into the wall.
Oh, my gosh. Still green.
Trying to let the leaders race back. Here they come.
Still green. It could be a 2-time winner here. William Byron.
Byron, Nemechek, Reddick. Off turn 4 and to the flag. Checker is waving, and William Byron has won the 500 for the 2nd year in a row.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, baby, let's go!
Wow. Again, I don't like this high line. I just think it gives too many opportunities to get a run and make moves on the inside.
Well, there's a guy right there running second right now that's finished third in this thing 3 times.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, wins the Daytona 500.
Wow. Wow. When we cross the start-finish line, it's a race.
And oh, by the way, it's not over. It's just now on.
Daryl, keep an eye on Daryl.
Oh, car in the wall, hard. Turn 1. And it's one of the BK cars. It's the 93 of Travis Quapple. No caution. NASCAR, if the track is clear, they will let them finish. We are still green. And here come the leaders.
Yeah, Mark Martin is really pushing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88.
Jr. to the inside of Greg Biffle. The green flag still flies. Martin's number 55. Keselowski in the 2. Biffle backing up. Patrick behind him. For the second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmie Johnson, 5-time champion from El Cajon, California, and his Rick Hendricks Chevrolet.
He can thank Dale Jr. for that.
Kurt Busch, the next El Cup champion, fights his way to second.
It's a good thing he can't get any closer than that, because I believe he would have probably given Gordon a big shot up the hill.
Here they come, boys. White flag, 1 to go.
Scott Riggs to fourth. Stewart looks to go 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He is trapped behind Jimmie Johnson.
Boy, that 97 car of Kurt Busch is a fast piece of equipment right there. He's got to look.
He's the only Ford in the front 5. What can he do?
Look at Scott Riggs in that 10 car. He's trying to get him a top 5 finish in this Daytona 500. And there's Jimmie Johnson on the 48 on the outside, Darrell.
Somebody needs to get up there and go with him, but I don't know if Tony Stewart can run the outside or not. He hadn't all day.
Busch to the outside. Gordon slams the door on him into turn 3.
6 cars have a chance to win it. Jeff Gordon's going to lead him into turn 4. They're 1 mile from home.
Tony Stewart just slid up the racetrack. He and Jimmie Johnson are going to make contact.
3 wide. They're bouncing off each other.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his 3rd Daytona 500. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr., and Scott Riggs completes a dream week with a 4th place finish. To try to win the 500, this will be the last lap.
Whatever happens now happens, folks. They can all wad up down here, and somebody's going to leave out that second turn a winner.
Junior on the bottom with Boyer. Biffle ahead.
Truex trying to get up there and help McMurray, but Boyer's right there behind Biffle in the 16. There goes Boyer to the outside.
Look at Junior. Come on, Junior. Come on.
Can they make it to the flag?
Nah, no way. They'll never get through this 3rd turn.
Junior got squirreled up right there.
No, it's just perfect. He's flying through there.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. unbelievably has caught Jamie McMurray as they come to turn 4.
He'll have to go to the high side, though. McMurray will guard that line.
Crash at the back, never mind. Green flag still out. Checkered flag in the air. The 52nd Daytona 500 to Jamie McMurray.
Yes! Little Jamie, baby! Woo! She's going to go for a ride.
Here we come. White flag. Bail out. 1 to go. Woohoo!
Stewart's got a great car, no question about that. It's just a matter of if Kurt can get a little help.
And now, Ryan jumped to the high side. Tony Stewart blocks him. Here comes Kyle Busch on the bottom.
Uh-oh, Toyota drag race down the back. Toyota drag race.
Teammates.
Newman was trying to get help from the other blue Dodge. Now he's got it. Toyota on the inside lane. Dodge on the outside lane. Who's going to win it?
It's going to come all the way to the wire. Here they go into turn 3.
Teammates working together. 2018, 212. 12 is going to win this race. I don't believe they can catch him back to the line.
He's going to have to make it wide.
Pedal, baby, pedal.
He's going to have to make it wide.
It's the Boilermaker, Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman, Roger Penske win the Daytona 500.
Way to go, guys. Way to go.
Where's he going to go? They're both going to get to him pretty hard, pretty quick.
All right, Stenhouse gets the white flag. The net's flag. 3 wide.
Well, good. You got the help.
Larson tried to go to the middle. Oh, he got turned.
Larson Pastrana in the fence. We are still green. No, the caution is out. And we'll wait for official word on whether Ricky Stenhouse or Joey Logano has won the Daytona 500.
I think the win comes from the 5. When the 5 moved up to try to go around him and lost that momentum, that gets the 5 in trouble. Here comes the energy. Bell filled that void, gives him a big shot. 5 gets turned around. Look, right there, he's in front of him.
It is not the flag. It is not the caution lights. It is NASCAR's decision as to where those 2 cars were when the button was pushed to activate the caution, and Ricky Stenhouse has won the Daytona 500.
Denny Hamlin in the 11s there with no one to push him.
Actually, he might actually be hurting those 2 cars in front of him if he gets back too far. But here we go. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty quick.
We've seen where the timing of where you do it is so critical.
Those 2 cars, the 16 and the 88, should be able to get by, but Kansas, if Biffle elects to take the chance.
Ford Chevrolet off the final corner. Matt Kenseth trying to win it for the second time. Here comes Junior to the outside. Side by side with Kenseth. He runs out of time. Matt Kenseth wins the Daytona 500.
Chief told him, you got the lead, hang on to it.
Yeah, he's just got to keep those two side by side behind him, keep working those lanes. I like the inside lane in the corner, the outside lane on the straightaways. It's going to be a big push coming on the top lane.
Moving to the same both lanes.
Boy, this is going to
move to the top lane.
Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
Almirola up to cover. Dillon, where will
Dillon's
he go?
Going to get there.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes.
Good.
Hang on to it, bud. Hang on to it.
And here it comes with the number 3, 20 years ago. 20 years of trying for Earnhardt. He won the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon wins the 60th running of the Great American Race.
2.5 miles to history. Jeff Gordon trying to win his second. Dale Earnhardt trying to win his second. Buddy, where will Earnhardt make the move?
Boy, I don't know. Gordon looks awful strong as they come off turn 2 over there down the back straightaway. Kenny Irwin looks to the outside.
Right here's where he has to make the move. And he wasn't able to get that run up under Jeff Gordon like he wanted to.
But that's what we said Friday. He was this far behind in the International Race of Champions. He looks inside. He goes outside. He looks inside again.
Okay, right now he's got to pull right down on that back bumper, try to get him loose coming off turn 4. He does not have the muscle at this point.
But he may have some momentum. Here comes Earnhardt. He's all the way to the bottom, almost in the grass. He slides up the racetrack, and Jeff Gordon will win it for the second time.
Wow, what a race.
Brad is going to need Chase Briscoe to lock onto him to push him by those two.
Kozlowski had the run, but he's going to need the help. Here it comes. Big push from Kyle Busch and from Chase Briscoe.
He's locked on there, too.
He's going to have to stay there.
Inside was there for a second.
Another push from Kyle Busch on it outside.
Even mirror.
Cindric can't get too far out.
Coming to turn 3 where it all came undone last year on the final lap.
Briscoe's out. He can't get to the
Austin Cindric, whose grandfather won the Indy 500 as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats Bubba Wallace by half a car length, and they crash going into turn 1.
This race never disappoints.
No, it does not.
And David Reagan found one he couldn't miss.
Austin Cindric, the winner of the Daytona 500.
5 to go and they come by. Can he stay there? Jeff Gordon has come into second spot. Terry Labonte with him. And now you have those Hendricks cars, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Will they team up and try to take it away from the Ford?
Whoa, look down on the flat here. Gordon's trying to get by Elliott going into turn 1.
And Elliott gives him room.
But look at
Labonte going up the outside. And here comes Craven. The Hendricks stable giving it their best for Rick Hendricks here today. In the back straightaway, Gordon out in front. Ricky Craven drops down in front of Bill Elliott. Trouble. There's trouble coming down off that banking. 1, 2, 3. Benson's car among them as they come to the line. Caution is coming out. That could be the final lap under green. And if it is, Gordon has won with Terry Labonte 2nd and Craven 3rd. It may end under yellow. I think that's what we're coming to here. We're going to end this race under yellow.
4th and
boy, he just shoved Kyle Busch right out of the way. Ricky Stenhouse in the 17th to 3rd place.
White flag with Stenhouse up in position to challenge in that blue Ford.
You know what, Larry? I believe that tape's going to stay on there, and that baby's going to come home a winner.
Denny Hamlin has not lost a race this week. He's number 11. Keselowski, the 2012 champ, battling back to the top. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Pied Piper of Daytona, trying to hold them all at bay.
And Kyle Busch was trying to make a 3rd line at the top of the racetrack.
Boy, here they come. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We've seen a lot of passes off turn 4 to the start-finish line, but that 88 is pulling away.
Less than a mile to go.
Oh, he got a wreck.
3rd generation star, Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings him to the flag. Checkered flag waving. It's over.
June bug.
1 lap to go. 2 Connecticut Yankees chasing Hamlin and Busch.
Wow, what a move by Logano. He got under Kyle Busch.
And Priest is coming to help.
All right, and that's what he's going to need. He's got to back up to Priest. He's not going to be able to do it on his own. He's got to get that push from Priest. He's going to have to get on the brakes here, but he's got Kyle Busch in the outside lane.
Logano and Priest grew up together at the quarter midget tracks in Connecticut. And Logano looks low. Top lane
Kyle
gets
Busch
filled. It's Kyle.
Logano.
Kyle Busch in the top lane. Logano on the bottom. McDowell, the second yellow car. Where will he go?
So interesting that McDowell decided to go with Kyle Busch, but here comes Erik Jones on the inside. Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin off turn number 4. No, side-by-side battle to the finish this time. Denny Hamlin wins his second Daytona 500 and wins it for Coach Gibbs in Toyota.
In the 11 car.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart take the white flag. We're in the final lap of the Daytona 500. Jr. took the lead from Tony Stewart with 19 laps to go after he trailed Stewart's orange Chevrolet for much of the central part of the race. Now he's got to hang on for 3/4 of a lap to earn a victory in the sport's biggest event. Stewart not close enough to make a move yet. It's all going to come down to whether Earnhardt has a bobble or a problem in this final third of a lap.
You can't get emotional yet because you've got to get off turn 4 and back to the start-finish line.
You can see it now. The legacy continues. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the 46th Daytona 500.
To decide the 53rd Daytona 500, rookie Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup start will lead them to a white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya, Carl Edwards in 5th.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a set and duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes it 21, a set and duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to...
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh, my God. They spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya, and here they come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over. Trevor Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old.
It's up to the 5 of Kyle Busch. How long can he wait if he's going to go?
Still single file.
White flag, 1 lap to go.
Front 4, single foul.
Here they go. They got to get Mark moving. They got to move him somehow.
Gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life. And there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
And Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's looking.
Back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29, with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checker flag. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire.
Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to 2nd.
Hamlin a 2nd. Up
Watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Martin Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. No, don't wreck.
Kansas saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500. Side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
Denny Hamlin. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
You don't need to be on the front of this train to win, but it sure helps.
Lady, we feel just like you do up here in the broadcasting booth. Not a one of us are sitting down. I just got out of my chair, as a matter of fact.
3 makes in the 500, Chevy, Pontiac, Ford, that's how they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car up ahead.
And there's trouble coming off of turn 2. Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line, they'll get the white and the yellow together.
Lake Speed and John Andretti tangle. As the leaders head for turn number 3, Andretti and Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Mast as a pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be his. Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports, the Grand Marshal of the 43rd Daytona 500, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of United Parcel Service, Jim Kelly.
On behalf of the 350,000 UPS employees around the world, gentlemen, start your engines!
And now for the most famous words in motorsports, the Grand Marshal of the 44th Daytona 500, Chad Holliday.
Representing the employees of DuPont, drivers, start your engines!
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Now it is my honor to start this race. Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engine. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines! Lady and gentlemen, start your engines.
Drivers and Danica, start your engines! Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go! Yoo! That!
Drivers, start your engines!
Thank you, Steve. And now it's time to fire the engines for the 75th season of NASCAR. It's the 65th running of the Daytona 500. We've got several legends with us here today who have won both the Cup Series championship and the Great American Race. They're going to give the command for today's event. Let's say hello to them now. A 7-time champion and 7 Daytona 500 victories by the King, Richard Petty. He's a 3-time Daytona 500 champion and the 1983 Cup Series champion. Welcome, Bobby Allison. Here he is, 2-time Daytona 500 champ and the 1988 Cup Series champion, Bill Elliott. And now, 3-time Daytona 500 champion and the man that got the title in 1999. Say hello to Dale Jarrett. Next up, 3-time Cup Series champion and a 4-time Cup Series champion, Jeff Gordon. And now, 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and the 2-time Daytona 500 winner, Jimmie Johnson. Ready to start his final season, the 2007 Daytona 500 champ and 2014 Cup Series champion, Kevin Harvick. The 2017 Daytona 500 champion and 2004 Cup Series champion, Kurt Busch. And the 2015 Daytona 500 champion and 2-time Cup Series champ, Joey Logano. Gentlemen, let's get those engines fired up.
Drivers, start your engines!
Daytona International Speedway. This is a moment you have all been waiting for. Here to give the command to fire engines is actor, entrepreneur, founder, and United Football League co-owner, the Grand Marshal for the 66th running of the Daytona 500, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
In the proud spirit of America and in the proud spirit of our great country, finally, The Rock says, drivers, start your engine!
Daytona International Speedway. Here to give the command to fire engines from Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World, now in theaters. Please welcome Captain America himself, Anthony Mackie.
Drivers, start your engines!
now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
If you ever get the chance to give the command, that's the lesson you should follow. Kevin James.
Are called, they get ready to roll.
They're wanting it to be over with, so they're wanting to get in their cars. At this point, you
Well.
I just come out and say, tried, tested. This is a race for the ages, all ages. And now for the grid walk, let's check in with Michael Waltrip.
Yes, it is, and what an electric grid we have. And I got to tell you something, Chris. I got the youngest and the oldest. I know as a kid growing up, thank you for lunch at Wendy's the other day, by the way.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm super excited. It's my first Daytona 500. I got the pleasure of walking out with Jimmie, and my ego got a little high for a second. The fans were cheering like crazy. Then I realized I was walking next to Jimmie Johnson. But yeah, man, this is awesome to be here in my Red Bull Chevrolet with Trackhouse for my first Daytona 500, and looking forward to it.
How old were you when Jimmie won his first championship? Barely?
I think 2006, right? I was born in 2006.
Oh, how's that make you feel, Jimmie? Are you all right now?
I really liked him until that comment. Goodness. You know, what a pleasure, what an honor. It's great to see the future of our sports in great hands, and very excited to be out there today in this Carvana Toyota.
It's so cool to see you here with your family and friends, enjoying this experience. I know how much you love Daytona and NASCAR. Thank you.
All the best.
All the best. Here we go. We'll see who we can run into now. John Gruden, Super Bowl champion.
How are you, man?
This is our Super Bowl. How does it feel?
It's unbelievable. You guys start the season with the Super Bowl. It's the greatest event ever. I'm so happy to be here. I can't get a job coaching, so I'm studying NASCAR now.
Okay, listen here. I got to get to Bubba Wallace. I need a play call. Do I take a left at the Robin Hood and go up and over?
Trips right, make a left, and if you can't find it, call an audible.
On three?
On three. Let's go, Michael.
Here I go. Who else can we find? Bubba Wallace. Bubba's had a great offseason. He's got so much spirit. I saw him holding his baby. Marshawn Lynch is with Bubba Wallace. You look cool and confident, all laid back. How you doing?
I'm good. I was just telling Beast Mode here, I'm relaxed and ready to go. So the beginning of this race is pretty low key. It's just a matter of missing it and getting there at the end.
Well, here's the deal. When will you put it into beast mode?
It's staying beast mode.
There you go. There's your answer.
There you have it. We got that answer right there. Hey, Reddick, how you doing? You got your babies? You having a good day?
Yeah, we're. It's a little windy right now, but Rookie's exploring.
What will that wind do off turn 4? Are you worried about that a bit?
I'm sure it's just going to add to it, so it's just something all of us will try and keep an eye on, but certainly, yeah, when your tires wear out, it'll be a factor.
Look how precious. Hi, buddy. Let's see who else we can find. Hi. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. I've seen you have a lot of fun in the offseason with your shirt off.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I did have my shirt off down in Antarctica. I went down on a trip down there, and I jumped in the water, so did a flip into the Antarctic Ocean. I don't know what it's called, but we're here, Daytona. It's sunny. It's beautiful. It's partly cloudy, mostly sunny to me. I got a good mindset. So a lot of fans in the stands, sold out. We're here, Mikey. I'm ready to go.
I love you being here in your spirit and your soul. I thought Kid Rock was going to be hanging out with him. It's 1989. My thoughts were short. My hair was long. Back between... Hello, but Denny. It's your friend Mike. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Real good. That was a touching piece with Tom Rinaldi. I just really appreciate you and what you fought through and being a part of this sport and making it what it is today. And how's this beautiful girl?
Good.
Feel good about a Daytona 500 today?
I do. I felt like my car did everything it needed to on Friday, and looking forward to seeing what today brings.
Awesome. It's been fun, Chris. Take it easy, bud. Take it over, Chris.
No, hey, Jamie, real quick, the weather changing a little. Wind picking up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a storm going to come in later, I think, after the race, but the wind has really picked up. It's 20 miles per hour. They say at some point it's going to gust up to 35. Reddick said that wasn't going to be a big deal. When we get those big gusts, no doubt that's going to be a factor.
You know, NASCAR began, and we saw in that piece a moment ago, the back roads, grassroots of America. It's the premier race from sand on the beach in Daytona to the super speedway. And this race, the 68th running of the Daytona 500 in the 250th year of celebrating America. And Fox Sports, we're proud to bring you a front row seat for one of the most exhilarating thrill rides you ever will experience. I know this show had a lot of emotion in it, seeing Denny Hamlin a moment ago, but a chance for history for William Byron as he will try for a third straight Daytona 500 win, something that's never happened before.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able as multi-platinum selling, award-winning singer, songwriter, and powerhouse entertainer from Fifth Harmony, Dinah Jane performs America the Beautiful. We invite you to join us as Chaplain Farzad Norian, representing Advent Health of Central Florida, offers today's invocation.
Father in heaven, we pause for a moment to acknowledge you on this beautiful afternoon. And Father, we ask for your protection, your safety, for our drivers in the race today, our crew members, our officials, our fans, and Lord, also the individuals that are in the military and law enforcement and their families. Father, we ask that you will unite our nation under God, heal our land, and Father, may you bless the United States of America, for we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
At this time, please remove your hats, and veterans may render a hand salute as the Military District of Washington Joint Service Color Guard presents our nation's colors.
Present all.
To honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Technical Sergeant Benton Felty from the United States Air Force Band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the
Greatness is not easy to define.
The fuel that ignites each of us has its own unique blend.
What we do know is that greatness is never achieved alone.
It's developed.
Maybe we can help each other.
During those long, hard-fought days.
And strengthened by the joy found in between. It's in the lessons.
and what we all hope for, the payoffs.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will win the Daytona 500.
It's the bond that holds us together when the stakes are highest.
In the moments where men become role models.
And sons eagerly follow in their footsteps.
Ready. Dig hard, dig hard. Raise the gas. Side by side, bouncing off each other. Clear.
Today, for these drivers, it's the checkered flag.
It's celebrating in victory lane.
It's the great American race.
Thank you to Kurt and Wyatt Russell, stars of the upcoming second season of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Check it out starting February 27th on Apple TV. Packed house in Daytona Beach. Look at that busy pit road as we get set to go. With the great American race, fans have been down signing the start-finish line and just about everything else. Kurt Russell, there's your pace car driver. There's your honorary starter for the 500. We had a concert. We've had a lot of pageantry, pomp, and circumstance. We have the king. And now everyone settles in place and gets ready to race as Fox Sports welcomes you to the 68th annual Daytona 500. Welcome to our broadcast booth. Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick with you. Probably nobody better to ask about the importance and emotions of the Daytona 500 than the 2007 winner.
Well, Mike, you know coming to this race how important this race is to your race team, to yourself, to your legacy, to everything that you do as a NASCAR driver. This is the biggest race that you can win of the year. And if you do that, you change the course of your career, you change the course of your team, your sponsorship, and everything that comes with it. But as we start this race, you better control those emotions and not get ahead of yourself, because you can cause yourself havoc right off the bat. Spinning out, running over somebody, missing your pit box. So there's so much emotion and so much build up to it. You got to be able to control those emotions, Clint.
You need proof of that, Mike? 7 champions. Count them, 7 champions in this field today, folks. Only 2 of them have won the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. 5 champions out there looking for their first. That's a big number. A lot of proof that everything, as you say, has to go right.
And you can win this race from anywhere in the field. When Kevin won it, with 20 laps to go, he was in 30th position. Now, there are some of those champions we've been talking about. There are 3 manufacturers in this race, 19 Chevrolets, 11 Fords, and 11 Toyotas. And each of those drivers will try to work together with their friends and find them in small groups of 4 or half a dozen or maybe more. They'll all want to pit together. They'll want to race together. Well, maybe that's the plan, but plans don't always go that way.
No, they don't always go that way, but it's as evenly as I've ever seen these manufacturers on a super speedway. We see qualifying with not all the Fords up front, not all the Chevys up front. We see Toyotas, Fords, Chevrolets all mixed up. And the way that we saw those duels go, yeah, you want to work together, but it's not going to be easy to do that. And as the day goes and the attrition starts to take effect, mistakes start to happen, you have to be able to figure out who those new friends might be when you need them most at the end.
And the end is where it's all about. So hard to do, the attrition of the 500-mile race, getting to the end of it, finding your allies in the manufacturer, your teammates, like Kevin talked about, working with all of them. But that could go out the wayside with one wreck. One accident could wipe your whole game plan out the window. You got to reevaluate where you're at and then get the chess match back going and find you a new dancing partner, because you're going to need them on that last lap. And we all know it's all about the last lap of the Daytona 500.
At the end of this race, your friends are right where you find them, right in front and right behind you. Now, earlier, Jamie Little caught up with Los Angeles Rams star wide receiver Puka Nacua and Kurt Russell.
Well, we have 2 superstars down here at the front of the grid. We have actor Kurt Russell will be the honorary pace car driver, and Puka Nacua, wide receiver for the LA Rams out here. I'll start with you, Puka. You make some big plays. I want to know what you think the adrenaline scoring a touchdown will be like compared to driving with this guy in the Toyota Camry 2-seater.
I think the 2-seater has nothing on scoring a touchdown. Scoring touchdowns is fun, but going fast is a lot funner.
How about it, Kurt? You going to take care of him?
No idea what's going to happen next.
All right, Kurt. So rumor has it, I looked up a little research, and you were a race car driver when you were younger, actually won a world championship. So what would that younger Kurt think about this moment of driving the pace car at the Daytona 500?
To get to, if you're going to make that your career. My 3 sisters and I, we lived in a family that took racing very seriously. So I'm very, very happy to be here today. Really honored to be driving the pace car. It should be fun.
Awesome to see you here. Have a great time with it.
Let's have a good race.
All right, Mike.
All right, thank you, Jamie. It is a blustery, breezy day in Daytona Beach. There is the possibility of rain late. It should not affect the race, but this may well be the windiest Daytona 500 ever.
Well, and what that does, and the way that the wind direction is right there, you see it blowing towards turn 4. Turns 3 and 4 is always the most difficult part of this racetrack. With the front end wanting to push, that wind is only going to make that worse.
Yeah, as it's pushing it down that back straightaway, you're going to get loose into the corner. Watch for that. We saw a guy like Ryan Blaney in the duels. He was loose getting in. That'll only amplify that problem for these drivers.
Watch these cars as they punch their way through a 185-mile-an-hour wall of wind. 41 cars strong. The stands are full. The drivers are strapped in and at the ready. The spotters are on the roof. The crew chiefs are on top of the box. And we're going to go trackside for the command.
Daytona International Speedway. Here to give the command to start engines from Sony Pictures' new family comedy, The Breadwinner. Only in theaters May 29th. Please welcome Nate Bargatze.
This is the most American thing I've ever done in my life. Drivers, start your engine!
For one driver, destiny is 500 miles ahead in the great American race on Fox. Welcome back to Daytona, where the field rolls off the line, and the Thunderbirds always put on a great show in pre-race for the Daytona 500. As fast as those Thunderbirds are, We're not quite as fast as Kyle Busch was in qualifying here on Wednesday night to earn the pole for today's 500.
Well, let's dial him up, guys. Hey, Kyle Busch, it's Boy and the boys up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, buddy, got you.
Well, man, RCR brought some serious muscle down here this time. Put you right on the pole where you want to be. Everybody's in the rearview mirror. How do you keep them there? And more importantly, 20 years of trying, can this be the year?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a long race, 500 miles. You got to make sure you do all things right. Strategy, flip style, all that stuff. And then, you know, you got to be in the right place at the right time. You got to have a little bit of luck go your way. Not quite the old days where the fastest car could always win the race, so you guys got to play it out and play it right. I'd like to think that, you know, after 21 years of trying, I got all that figured out, but there's only one test, and that's right now, to figure it out.
Well, Kyle, we see a couple different factors today with the wind and the sun. How do you think that's going to affect the track today and the things that you do?
Yeah, I think handling's going to come into question here. You know, I think the heat of the day, sun beat down on the racetrack, and then we all know it kind of clouds over later in the day here with some weather pending, but you know, you try to get your car handling well all through practice. I felt like even though the qualifying setup was underneath the car for the race and the duels, it still drove real well, still had real good speed, could move the lanes and pull the lanes where I needed to, so you know, we're all dialed in, ready to go right now, so time to send it.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you.
On the front row for the Daytona 500, Kyle Busch, the pole sitter, and Chase Briscoe in a Toyota on the front row for the second year in a row.
Row number 2, 2015 Daytona 500 winner, Joey Logano. On his outside, it'll be the number 9, everybody's favorite driver, Chase Elliott.
Row number 3 from High Point, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney and Carson Hocevar. Josh?
Well, Ryan Blaney is one of the biggest stars we have in NASCAR. He's a champion. He's won a crown jewel race, but he has yet to win the Daytona 500. Not for lack of trying. He's been close. He's been runner-up 2 times during his career. And what's more, his teammates have won the Great American Race as well. Talking to Ryan, he told me, look, it's not something that keeps me up at night. I've learned from my mistakes in the past. I keep putting myself in contention and hope that it will work out for me the next time around. Feels good about the car in the draft, feels good about the speed and handling. Let's see if today's the day Ryan gets it done.
Thanks, Josh. Row 4, Austin Dillon, the 2018 winner, and Kyle Larson, 2-time Cup champion.
Row number 5, your 2012 champion, Brad Keselowski, in that number 6. On his outside, it's a 2021 Daytona 500 winner, Michael McDowell.
And with the driver with the best average finish of the 500, John Hunter Nemechek and Christopher Bell.
Shane Van Gisbergen in row number 7, along with Josh Berry.
Row number 8, number 7, Daniel Suarez, and another Daytona 500 winner, Ricky Stenhouse.
Row 9, Bakersfield, California's Casey Mears and Todd Gilliland.
Row 10, Ryan Preece from Connecticut and Ty Gibbs.
Here's a good one. Row number 11, number 48, Alex Bowman and Denny Hamlin on his outside. Jamie?
Well, Denny Hamlin comes into this Daytona 500 with a heavy heart. You saw in the pre-race everything that he has been through after tragically losing his father in a house fire in late December. Denny said this week coming into Daytona, I'd be lying if I said I was 100% ready and motivated to get back here to racing. But the last couple days after being back behind the wheel, he feels that focus. He wants that desire, he has it, and he feels like he has the car to get it done to win a 4th Daytona 500, Mike.
Row number 12, 2020 Cup Rookie of the Year, Cole Custer and Eric Jones.
Row 13, Noah Gragson from Las Vegas, Tyler Reddick from California.
Row number 14, Bubba Wallace, and on his outside, Riley Herbst.
Row 15, Corey Heim and Zane Smith.
Row 16, 7-time champion, 50-year-old Jimmie Johnson back for another try. He shares the row with the youngest driver in the field, Connor Zillage.
Row number 17 is going to give you Cody Ware and Ty Dillon.
Row number 18, A.J. Allmendinger and the 2022 Daytona 500 winner, Austin Cindric.
Row 19, Florida's Ross Chastain and B.J. McLeod, both from Florida.
Row 20, William Byron, last 2 Daytona 500s he has won, along with Justin Allgaier. Regan?
Kevin, William Byron has rapidly ascended to superstar status in his Cup Series career, and doing that comes into today with back-to-back Daytona 500 victories. That gives him an opportunity to do something that's never been done in the 68 years of the Great American Race, and that is to win 3 straight. But a practice crash on Thursday has relegated him to a backup car. The team feels great about this backup car, though, and they look to make that happen and win 3 in a row today.
And And also, starting tailback is another car in a backup car. Do not forget about him, Chris Buescher.
All right, let's take a closer look at drafting with our crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
Yeah, Mike, to win the Daytona 500, you have to have a fast, good handling race car. Another key to winning is being mistake-free on the racetrack and on pit road, and how you set up for your next pit stop. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway cars and take a look at how the driver can actually help this situation. We're going to look right here, 7 cars in a line drafting. The lead car over 189 miles per hour, 90 to 100% full throttle, getting 5 miles to the gallon. Let's go to the trail car, the car 7th in line. Because of the draft, still over 189 miles per hour, 50 to 60% full throttle, getting 6.5 miles to the gallon. How will this affect the next pit stop for these 2 cars on a 38-lap run? Car 1's going to be empty. Car 7 is going to have over 4 gallons of fuel left. The time to refuel that pit stop for car 7, it's going to be over 2 seconds faster than car 1. Guys, this is huge for track position leading pit road. The bottom line is fuel saving at Daytona is not to go a further distance, it's to shorten up that next pit stop.
Well, and you want to get as much fuel to stay in the tank as possible, but it's not easy. It is really, really difficult to do all those things and keep your track position throughout the race. So a lot to balance from the driver's seat.
All right, getting close to the start of the Daytona 500. It's time for Toyota Rev Up to Green.
Toyota Racing is excited to be kicking off their 20th season in the NASCAR Cup Series with today's running of the Daytona 500. Led by the Toyota Camry XSE pace car with over 200 race wins, 3 championships, and many historic moments, Toyota continues to value its participation in NASCAR and looks forward to many more years of winning performance on and off the track.
Today's race, 200 laps, 500 miles, plus overtime if needed. It'll be divided into 3 stages of 65, 65, and 70 laps with at least 1 pit stop in each stage. 55 miles an hour is the limit on pit road with a 5-mile-an-hour tolerance, and you'll need fuel at least every 44 laps. Busch Light's giving away $20,000 in total prize money during the Daytona 500. Follow @BuschBeer on social media and enter by commenting #BuschBeer for cash, Busch Dash for cash, #sweepstakes for your chance to win big.
You ready, Kev?
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
I know these drivers are too. It's just really difficult to explain to people just what the anticipation level is leading into this race. You're not in a rhythm. You haven't been racing all year. You've got all this hype. You've got have the most guests you'll have, and this place is absolutely slammed with people. So a lot of pressure.
Now here's the next-gen 2-seat Toyota Camry with Puka Nacua, the LA Rams star wide receiver, in the speed seat, and newly minted NASCAR Hall of Famer Kurt Busch is doing the honors behind the wheel.
You know he's going to go for a ride, though, Kurt. I tell you what, might line up behind him. Try their hand, huh? Can't trust that guy. You know, you're so right. 10,000 fans in this infield. I've been here all week long. We've been blessed with a beautiful week of weather. It has been an awesome show so far.
Today's aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary. The Goodyear blimp is on hand. And a big tip of the hat to Stu Grant, Goodyear's worldwide head of racing for decades. This is his final Daytona 500, and this has been a better sport under his stewardship at Goodyear. Thank you, Stu.
Look at them grandstands, fellas.
Well, here's a big number for you, 800. It's the 800th episode of The Simpsons tonight on Fox, and cowabunga, dude. Bart's going to wave the green. "41 cars, 2 by 2, as the Toyota Camry XSE leads the field. Lights are out atop it. That's the signal to the drivers to be ready. It makes the sharp left turn onto pit road. And in front of a packed house in Daytona, here they come. Bart Simpson with the green flag. The 68th Daytona 500 takes the green flag. Bush's radio. He's the pole sitter as Chase Briscoe's Toyota tries to edge ahead on the outside, but without much help from the number 9 of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, and right now they're just filling their cars out. They've gone through turns 1 and 2. This is going to be the tricky section of the racetrack as we go through the day because of the wind. The wind is gusting. It's blowing steady through turns 3 and 4. Keep your eye out for that corner.
First car to go 3 wide, no surprise, Ricky Stenhouse. He's a risk taker. He's that red car way up on the outside as the field comes by 2 by 2.
Here they go. Haven't seen 3 wide the whole time. There it is, Kev.
Well, right now, the pack has more energy than anything that they've done all weekend. You put all these cars together for the first time and throw the green flag here at Daytona. Things are happening a lot faster than what they've done so far.
25 years ago here at Daytona, the very first race on NASCAR on Fox. 2001 on the final lap of the Daytona 500. Right there in turn number 4 was where Dale Earnhardt had his fatal crash, and ever since the track and NASCAR, Richard Childress Racing, everyone with 3 fingers in the air and a silent salute to the Intimidator, the 1998 Daytona 500 winner. Complete. It was on this date in 1998 when Dale Earnhardt scored his Daytona 500 win.
Kyle Busch has got decisions to make already. Him and his spotter getting busy. Which lane do we go up and protect? Looks like the outside lines with the momentum. You see that big long line. Strength in numbers at these drafting tracks.
Yeah, and it becomes really difficult to block both of those lanes when those cars are even like that, because you're almost guessing as to which lane is going to get that push. And right now, on the inside right there, you see John Hunter Nemechek didn't block the bottom lane. He was paying attention to the 2 lanes that had cars.
Pulled right up there. I'm going to take this lead. Here we go. He was fast in the duels, ladies and gentlemen. The number 42, John Hunter Nemechek, in the lead.
And that second-generation driver of everyone in this 500 has the best average finish in this race. And he proved it again Thursday night here. Had a great finish in the duel.
Yeah, he's had a great weekend all around. We saw him contend all night in the truck race, in the duels, and everything that he's been in this weekend. He's been able to put himself up front. And I think when you get those reps of all the looking in the mirror and the blocking and saving fuel, whatever the scenario is, you're going to get better at it, and he's doing a great job all weekend so far.
Well, keep track of this right here. That scenario is all those manufacturers being all over the place. They're mixed up. We haven't found our dancing partners yet. The only ones that I truly see there are like, oh, we got a wreck. BJ McLeod's around. Right there, tires down.
Who raced his way into the 500 Thursday night after Anthony Alfredo was disqualified in tech inspection. Part-time driver, part-time team.
That wheel looks like it was loose, Clint.
And I know the toe link is definitely something was broke back there for sure, but Casey Mears again with front end damage.
Another part-time team that raced its way into the 500 in the qualifying race. Casey Mears trying to reach 500 career starts in NASCAR's National Series, and he'll get there. Tough break for McLeod.
I think you're on it with that right rear area.
No brakes, none at all.
Something broke with no brakes. Okay, there he is right there, folks. 78 on the outside. This is going through 3 and 4, up high. Boom. That right rear tire's down, isn't it?
Well, the tire's
no,
down.
it's sideways too.
I think that right rear was loose, and what'll happen is that thing will start shifting and rip that wheel in half.
Either the lug nuts off or the toe linked something with the right rear.
Package to next year's 500. See the Fox Sports app for details. 6 cars involved in this pileup, and defending champ of the 500, William Byron, was among those who got some pretty good damage. Byron started 39th. Matt Kenseth won from that spot in 2009, but Byron's involved, and they've got work to do.
Well, he hit that outside wall pretty hard. You can see the damage with the body on the right side. That's a product of starting in the back of this thing.
Yeah, and when you see that fender kind of buckled right there over that right front tire, that's a pretty solid shot. So it's definitely not going to put him out of the race, but he's going to give them feedback on where his steering wheel is, and that'll give them some idea of what they need to check if his steering wheel is not where it was supposed to be when the race started.
In fact, they're going to check the toe here.
Let's take another look at what put us under caution.
Well, obviously, go back to let's see. There's, if I can get it, there it is. William Byron back here behind McLeod. McLeod goes around to 40, hits the wall too. Justin Allgaier, he hits it, but you see with that right front, William Byron hitting pretty hard, and then you'll see in the back lower right with Noah having a lot of trouble with his left rear. They stack up. I would say the front damage from Casey Mears was probably in the back of Noah. It can happen fast, and that's a product of starting in the back.
Well, and these are the types of things that you just can't plan for. You want to control all the things that you can control, but in William Byron's case, it's a tough scenario. You saw some smoke.
See it on fire.
Saw some smoke right there out of the 78 car, and then boom, around goes that car.
Whatever that was, it blew the tire out.
From Bubba Wallace's Xfinity cam. And from the Hendrick pit box, Jeff Gordon.
I hear you, Jeff. That's a tough one.
Pit road will be open now. Damage to Casey Mears, Tyler Reddick, Noah Gragson, as well as William Byron, Justin Allgaier, and B.J. McLeod.
Well, this is dangerous right here, Mike. When you have all these cars on pit road doing quick fuel stops like this, some will be at the beginning of pit road, some of them won't, and this is a big chance for contact.
The leader leader stayed out, Kyle Busch. John Hunter Nemechek leads them down. Shane Van Gisbergen, most of the field. Not seeing tire changes, just a splash of gas and go in most cases.
Well, that's the most important thing that you have here today is the fuel in that tank, Mike. It's the thing that's going to put you in a position to win this race, to get on and off pit road just like they are right now. So we've seen a couple different strategies, staying out and some pitting.
First caution of the day in Daytona.